Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. For today's video, we have 20 unexpected transactions that will shake up the NBA this 2018 NBA offseason. This is an article by Chris Roberts. Pretty much I want to go through these and see if there's anything like truly unexpected that I just would not see coming. If you guys do enjoy this type of content, be sure to drop a like on this video. Also, if you do want to read the article at all, a link to it is in the description of this video. So let's go ahead and get started on this. I already see LeBron James there rocking that Lakers jersey. Like, I don't find that unexpected. I think that might actually happen. Here we go, man. So, number 20, we have DeAndre Jordan signs with the Dallas Mavericks. You know, it would be kind of cool to see, but I don't know, man. Like, if I was a Dallas Mavericks fan, I would not want DeAndre Jordan on my team because for one, he's gonna want like a max contract. He's 30, he's athletic base centered, so those guys do not really age well. Not to mention, it's like you kind of shafted them, you know, a few seasons ago when you decided to stay with the Clippers instead of going to the Dallas Mavericks team that you already promised yourself to go to. I thought that was a bitch ass move, man. So I really do not want to see him on the Dallas Mavericks. But I mean, if he does go there, whatever, he'll be good for a few seasons at least. A nice pick and roll option for Dennis Smith and also Luka Doncic. So I guess it's okay, but I don't see it happening. I'd much rather see them get a guy like a Julius Randle. Next up, we have Tyreke Evans signs to the Golden State Warriors. Oh my God, man. Yo, this man won 2010 Rookie of the Year. I forgot all about that. But yeah, last season averaged 19 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. The only reason I don't see him going to this team is because, like, this man just had a career year, so that means he's going to get a nice contract. The only way he's going to go to Golden State is if he signs, like, a veteran minimum contract or something like that. And why would he do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if he really wants to win a ring, I guess. But my guess is that he signs a pretty large contract for, like, 3-4 seasons. Then once all that's said and done, I can see him going to a team like the Warriors or whatever great team at the time and doing some ring chasing. He's too young to do that. It just does not make sense as of right now for him to, not take the contract money and go to a team like that where he could just do that later on in his NBA career and still be a good contributor. Next up, we have a bidding war for Fred VanVleet. You know, I think Fred VanVleet is a nice point guard. I feel like he could have been one of the runner-ups for the Sixth Man of the Year award in the NBA. But I mean, when I think about him as like a starting point guard, if you guys are running an NBA franchise, do you feel like Fred VanVleet could be a starting point guard and help your team win an NBA championship? Plain and simple, I like him more as a backup. I like him more as like a six-man role. I feel like that's more of his realm. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, there will be some NBA teams out there that will go out and probably spend some pretty large money on this guy just in hopes of him being like a good, I don't know, man, like good prospect and just taking a gamble on him. He is only 24, so it's not like he's some extremely old point guard that just had a good season for the Raptors. I can't really think of a team that could absolutely use him as of right now, but I mean, there will be some team out there that offers some money. Next up, we have Isaiah Thomas returning to the Phoenix Suns. You know, now that I do think about it, because the Phoenix Suns decided not to, or they decided to renounce the rights to Elfrid Payton, I believe at the making of this video, they do have a point guard position in need. So it's like Isaiah Thomas would be a nice veteran presence. He knows the system. Him and Devin Booker, scoring wise, that's great. I mean, yeah, defensively it's not so good, but the team is probably not making playoffs anyway. So yeah, Isaiah Thomas coming to the team, score 20 points per game alongside Devin Booker. Y'all got DeAndre Ayton out there. It's not a bad move. It's definitely not a bad move for a team that needs a point guard, and Isaiah Thomas needs a team to play for. So go to the Phoenix Suns. I like the idea of that. All right, next we have Marcus Smart traded to the Detroit Pistons. So Marcus Smart does seem like the type of player that Dwayne Casey would want on his team, just like a hard-nosed player. Marcus Smart, I do think, has that bad boy mentality to him that Detroit Pistons like to give off. So, me as a Pistons fan, do I want Marcus Smart? If the contract's right, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I would probably give this guy about $13-14 million a season, I suppose. The team does need guard help. The only issue is that he's not the greatest or most consistent three-point shooter, which is what the Pistons need. They do need spacing out there, so I don't absolutely love the move. It's not bad. It's just, it's not great either, though. It's just like, that's an okay move, I guess. All right, next we have Rudy Gay going back to one of his former teams, the Toronto Raptors. So as of right now, the Raptors have not made a ton of moves. Now, if they were to do this, you would assume it would be for a bench role because I'm thinking that, you know, OG Anunoby is like the future small forward of that Raptors team. I don't want to see him go to the bench for an aging Rudy Gay. If Rudy Gay was willing to take on a six-man role, I would be all for it. Now, if he's trying to start, it just doesn't make all that much sense to me. I mean, yeah, he was decent for the Spurs last season, but as far as like helping the Raptors, I don't think he helps them as a starter. Now, he could be a tremendous help to any team trying to get a championship ring as a six-man off their bench. Okay, next we have Carmelo traded to the Denver Nuggets. Yo, what type of trade would get this done? It would be a lot of fun, actually, because Melo probably has like 1 or 2 good seasons left in him. Just like not like great seasons, not like he once was on like the Denver Nuggets or the Knicks. But I mean, the team, as far as the small forward position goes, Michael Porter is the future of that team. I feel like Melo could definitely like take him under his wing and teach him a thing or two about the game of basketball from an NBA standpoint. And it's like Michael Porter probably is going to be out for his rookie season just due to injuries. So you put Melo on the team for 1-2 years, have him train Michael Porter, and it would just be a nice reunion out there. I would actually like this a lot. I just don't know what trade would get this done. Probably something like maybe like a Paul Millsap for Melo straight up, I guess. You know, then the OKC Thunder do get a more natural power forward in Paul Millsap. So yeah, I would be all for that. All right, next we have Aaron Gordon re-signs with the Orlando Magic. I don't really see this as like groundbreaking or just like unexpected, just because he was offered the qualifying offer. That more is so because he is a restricted free agent. So that more so is just kind of say like, okay, we're kind of getting a feel for the market out there. Because some people might take that as like disrespectful, like, yo, you only think I'm worth $6 million. No, the Orlando Magic are kind of gauging the market. If a team does offer him a max contract, I'm not quite sure Orlando would match that. But I mean, if he gets more like a friendly, like, you know, $15 million a year contract, I do see him going back to that team. But at the end of the day, he doesn't really have a big time choice because he is restricted. So yeah, it all matters. It all comes down to how much money the Magic actually want to spend on the man. All right, next we have Avery Bradley signs with Utah Jazz. You know, he would be nice off their bench because there's no way he starts unless they somehow decide that Donovan Mitchell should be a starting point guard, which could work out, I guess. But I mean, I do like Rubio on this team as long as he stays healthy. But yeah, so if you have Donovan Mitchell playing the point guard position, he definitely could do that. The Avery Bradley at the shooting guard position, those guys in the backcourt together could be pretty deadly, especially defensively. But just like, I see Avery Bradley going more, you know, being more as like a 6-man at this point of his career. Yes, he could start on some teams. Bradley is the type of player that would start on a lottery team or a, like, you know, 7th or 8th place team, but he would be a bench player probably on a championship contending team. So it all matters what he wants at this point in his NBA career and what is available to him. Next, we have Jabari Parker signs the New York Knicks. You know what, man? I actually do like this fit a lot, just because I feel like Kristaps Porzingis being 7'3" could play the center position just fine. Jabari at the 4 spot, Kevin Knox at the 3. I feel like it's a low risk move just because, like, I don't think he's worth a max contract. I don't think he's going to get that type of money in the market. So it's like, give him like a 3-year deal, something like that, see what he does out there. He was a lottery pick, man, one of the top picks in the draft he was in. So why not give it a shot out there, see what he can do for the New York Knicks. Lonzo Ball, no, okay, this one is, what? Lonzo Ball trade to the Sacramento Kings. I'm trying to read down here, man. Like, I can't think of why either team would do this trade at all. They already have De'Aaron Fox on the Sacramento Kings. No, man, this is not happening. He's not going to the Kings. Let's move on. Kyle Lowry traded to the New York Knicks. Another trade I like a lot, especially if they were able to get Jabari Parker. Just because, like, you look at the point guards of the Knicks right now, they have who? Frank Ntilikina, still a few seasons away. Trey Burke, while he was great, he's not going to win you games. They also got the guy, I always forget his name, man. I always forget his name, guys. I always forget his name, man. It's all good. I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, Kyle Lowry to the Knicks gives them a nice veteran presence. He's got a few decent seasons left in him. Tim Hardaway with, you know, Kevin Knox, Kristaps Porzingis, potentially Jabari Parker, or, you know, even Enes Kanter. That's probably good for like 7 or 8 seed in the Eastern Conference. I like the move. All right, next up we have Chris Paul re-signs with the Houston Rockets. I mean, if anybody is surprised by this, let me know in the comment section below. Why would he not go back to this team? Now, if it was like Chris Paul goes to the Pelicans or something like that, then I would be surprised. This is not surprising. I'm totally expecting this. Next up, we have Kevin Love traded back to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Wouldn't it be absolutely crazy if the Cavaliers actually traded Kevin Love back for Andrew Wiggins? I mean, I think the move makes sense, especially if LeBron James leaves the Cleveland Cavaliers, because then your rebuilding team is like, you know, Colin Sexton, Andrew Wiggins. Not a bad little start right there. And the Minnesota Timberwolves, they get the perfect player alongside Karl-Anthony Towns in Kevin Love. Like, I love this move, guys. No pun intended, by the way. I like that move a lot, guys. Kevin Love back to the Timberwolves. All of a sudden, you got what? Jeff Teague, Jimmy Butler. Small forward position, you can find somebody out there. Kevin Love and Karl-Anthony Towns. Let's try it out, man. Let's definitely try that out. All right, we got DeMarcus Cousins signs with the OKC Thunder. So, for this to happen, Paul George would not be coming back. There's just not enough salary cap right there. But then you are looking at a team of Russell Westbrook, Andre Roberson, Melo at the 3, DeMarcus probably at the 4, and Steven Adams at the 5. I would be interesting to see what that team could do. I think about it from like, I don't know, man, from like a team standpoint, I feel like that team would have big time chemistry issues. But yeah, it's like, I would be okay with it. It'd be fun to watch at least. I don't think that team would be any better than their team last season, but it'd be something different at least. All right, next we have Andrew Wiggins traded to the Raptors. Got the Canadian going back to the Canadian team. I feel like Raptor fans would be okay with that. Once again, it comes down to like how invested this team is in OG Anunoby, because I feel like you would have to give him up in a trade to get Andrew Wiggins. Probably him and also like Jakob Poeltl or something like that. I always say that dude's name wrong. And I think that would probably get it done. I'm for it, man. I'm for it. Andrew Wiggins with DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, Jonas Valanciunas. Let's see what y'all can do. It would surprise me, by the way, too. We also got Kawhi Leonard traded to the Boston Celtics. So this has been one of the teams listed out there. I would be surprised from the standpoint that I don't think the Celtics need Kawhi Leonard. They already have like a logjam at the small forward position. It's like, yeah, you obviously would find a way to work this man into your lineup. But I mean, Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, I want to see what that team could do. Like, I don't want the Celtics to make any trades. I want them to stick with what they have. Like, maybe, yeah, beef up the bench a little bit. But as far as your starting lineup goes, I want to see what a team of Kyrie Irving, well, I'm forgetting his name, man, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, and Al Horford can do. I want to see that team. Don't trade for this man. You do not need him. Celtics, you guys are good to go. Kevin Durant returns to Golden State. Is anybody surprised by this snake man making this move? No, man. This dude loves to ring chase. This man loves his super team. He's not leaving that for a bigger challenge. Not surprised. Paul George signs the Lakers. Once again, not unexpected. What is... Okay, yo, man. The dude that made this article, y'all gotta look at the definition of unexpected. This is not unexpected. This is like one of the biggest rumors going on for the past year now. It's gonna happen probably. Not unexpected. And finally, we have LeBron James signs with the Lakers. You know, as far as this being unexpected, I can't use that word. Would it shake up the NBA? Hell yeah, it would, man, because a super team would be forming on the Lakers. I want to see this happen. I do want to see a team with LeBron James, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard. I don't think all three of those guys end up on the Lakers, but I do think two of those three guys do. Probably being LeBron James and Paul George. Not to mention, for that to happen, you don't have to give up any pieces if you're the Lakers, so you definitely want that to happen. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section what you all think about some of these trades right here. Did any of them catch you off guard? Which other trades do you want to see happen in the NBA offseason? Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.